Okay, hands up if you knew Microsoft had moved to Israel. Yes, Microsoft has shifted all core coding, things like Windows Management Instrumentation, Checkpoint VPN Remote Desktop. The Windows Security Center went in 2009. Yes, Israeli techs, Israeli coders have been handling Microsoft Windows Security Center since 2009.
Welcome to Microsoft in Israel. From research and development to sales and marketing, our teams deliver devices and services that help people make the most of any moment. Israel is the most entrepreneurial country in the world, with over 5,000 technology companies and the highest average venture capital deal size per capita. It is a hub of innovation, with top-notch computer science academic institutes and revolutionary technologies. Since 1991, Microsoft has operated a strategic global research and development center that employs hundreds of engineers, leads strategic investments, and has become a technology leader in high-growth domains and cutting-edge research. Microsoft empowers tens of thousands of people in Israel, working together with entrepreneurs, students, researchers, and partners to advance the local high-tech industry through various programs, such as the Microsoft Accelerator, cooperation with the academia, BizSpark, and DreamSpark. Microsoft is a place for innovators, problem solvers, and creative thinkers. It provides numerous career opportunities to students, graduates, and experienced professionals. Every day brings excitement, challenges, teamwork, and fun. Together, our work impacts users' lives in Israel and across the globe. Together, we help people make the most of any moment.
This might explain a few problems we've all been having with our Microsoft Windows machines, mightn't it? It makes you wanna cry. So if you've been following my work, then you'll know that not only has now Microsoft got control of the software backdoor in Microsoft Windows, up to 90% of all computers, private, corporate and business, use Microsoft Windows. Active Directory, WMI, Windows Management Instrumentation, all that core code down to the kernel, trusted installer, the updates, they're all done in Israel. Now things are making sense.
Pleasure to see you. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. I think we're marking 25 years of cooperation between Microsoft and the State of Israel. We should now chart the next 25 years. Israel is a center of great technological innovation. Microsoft is a great technological company. It's a marriage made in heaven, but recognized here on earth.
Thank you so much, Prime Minister. It's a real pleasure to be in Israel. And as you said, the 25 years have been fantastic. 25 years, and we look forward to 25 more.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now you see the massive security breaches, in particular the Intel factory in Israel itself, overrun with predominantly Russian technicians. Microsoft overrun with predominantly Russian computer coders.
my, my, my.
Oh my.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my, my, my. Oh my. Oh my, my, my.
Oh my. Oh my.
And at the end of this meeting, I think we really came to a lot of good conclusions. A really good conclusion for Israel, something very strong. He's a believer in Israel. He's a fan of Bibi, and really helping him a lot, and will help him a lot, which is good for all of us.
Oh my, my, my.
Yeah, oh my indeed, oh my, my, my. We have barely scratched the surface. This goes way, way, way deeper, so let's get moving. Yevgeny Kaspersky. You all know Kaspersky anti-malware products. If you don't know, then you've clearly been under a rock. Well, around mid-2017, US government started complaining, saying all federal agencies must remove Kaspersky products from their Windows systems. And they did.
Hello, I'm Eugene Kaspersky. Today I want to talk to you about trust. Cybersecurity can't exist without a solid basis of trust. And trust has also been the basis for our business ethics. This is why I would like to speak to you openly about our business. We founded this company in 1997, and our top priority for more than 20 years has been very simple: to make the best technical products to protect people.
Kaspersky naturally got a little uppity about it, but really it wasn't a huge loss because he's in double-digit figures in sales around the rest of the world. Thank you, the Trump administration, who always loved putting tariff-type things on people and handing more power to Benjamin Netanyahu and his friends. Oh my. So now Eugene Kaspersky, the former GRU military intelligence officer with extremely close ties to the old KGB, now the FSB, and shall we say a confidant in some terms with Putin. We have Yevgeny exclaiming very proudly and very happily, "From Jerusalem shall come forth cybersecurity, says Cyber Guru." This from the 18th of April 2016. A planned Jerusalem-based expert centre aims to help companies make themselves immune from growing threats by hackers. Well, by the time you finish this video, you're going to realise who the damned hackers are. Yevgeny states, things are bad in the cybersecurity world, and they are getting worse. According to Eugene Kaspersky, head of international cybersecurity firm Kaspersky Lab and one of the world's foremost experts on cybercrime. Oh my. Tell us for us, George.
Oh my, my, my.
Each year, the hackers get more bold and their attacks become more dangerous, and many companies, institutions, governments, hospitals and many more are vulnerable. What is needed is an army that will have the weapons to batter cyber criminals and cyber terrorists, and we intend to build that army in Moscow. Jerusalem. Of course. I mean, where else would a Russian GRU, KGB, SVU, FSB, whatever they call themselves these days, where else would he base himself but Jerusalem? Of course he would. Moscow on the Mediterranean. That army will be part of a new expert centre Kaspersky plans to open in Jerusalem. The decision to open the centre in the city came as part of a cybersecurity conference held in the city this week after consultations with Jerusalem Mayor Nir Barkat and other officials, Kaspersky said, although no date has yet been announced for the establishment of the centre. Kaspersky goes on, CAS, crime as a service, is becoming a major industry, he told journalists in Jerusalem Monday. Anyone can find a group of hackers online to raid bank servers or to hold data hostage as part of a ransomware attack. They even do it to hospitals, seizing the data to prevent treatment of sick people by staff. That is how low they are prepared to sink for money. But don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kaspersky and the new SVU FSB, Vladimir Putin and of course King Bibi, who as we speak is winning the next election, they're gonna fix it all in Jerusalem. Oh, joy. Look at the Jerusalem Post. As hackers gain strength, Israeli cyber firms raise more money than ever.
Absolutely horrendous. Okay, this needs some serious work. Now first, you must lift your foreleg up to your forehead, like so.
Investors poured a record-breaking $815 million into the Israeli cyber ecosystem in 2017. Totaling some 16% of all global investment in the cybersecurity industry, second only to the United States.
That tall tower there is the United States. The United States is bigger than Israel. But it ain't that much bigger than Israel. And Israel is number 2. You know the 5 eyes? Israel is the 6th eye? No. Israel is the 2nd eye. Israel is the 2nd eye. Israel is the 2nd eye. Israel is the 2nd eye.
Oh my.
And what it is basically the meeting ground between big data, IT, and connectivity. Everything is being driven from this nexus. Everything. Everything. For example, new industries are being formed. What's the first new industry that's being formed? It's right here in this room. It's the cybersecurity industry. Big data, AI, connectivity. Big data, connectivity, artificial intelligence. Let's go back to cyber. That's the first industry because everybody else needs it. After all, our NSA, which is called Unit A200, it's pretty big. This combination of military intelligence, academia, and industry to converge in one place. What this revolution is doing, big data, AI, and connectivity, is allowing small countries to be big countries. Because the intersection of big data, connectivity, and artificial intelligence, and what it does in robotics and genetics and all the other fields, that you mentioned, everything, that is changing our world in rapid succession. And the future belongs to those who can seize this change. We are positioned right at the cusp of this change, right at the center of this change. We can take it, and we are. It's changing us. It's giving us powers and prowess that we never had before. It's giving us powers and prowess that we never had before. But we're in a position now to compensate beyond anything that we dreamed of. And cyber is a real domain of power. And cyber is a real domain of power. Israel now is a cyber power, it's a water power, it's a solar power, it's an agricultural power, it's a milk power. Can you imagine? This makes Israel very powerful. This makes Israel very powerful. This makes Israel very powerful. It's giving us powers and prowess that we never had before. It's giving us powers and prowess that we never had before. But we're in a position now to compensate beyond anything that we dreamed of. But we're in a position now to compensate beyond anything that we dreamed of. And the future belongs to those who can seize this change. And the future belongs to those who can seize this change. We are positioned right at the cusp of this change, right at the center of this change. We are positioned right at the cusp of this change, right at the center of this change. We can take it, and we are. It's changing us. We can take it, and we are. It's changing us. And cyber is a real domain of power. Cyber is a real domain of power. Perhaps you can now understand.
Oh my.
Coming in part 2, Kill Switch, How Israel Rules. Unit 8200. Not only can they shoot small children in the West Bank and Gaza, they can code. Not only can they take over your computer systems on 9/11, they can infest your entire corporate IT infrastructure. Trust me, they're not just uploading cat videos on your dime in your corporate IT network.
Cyber is a real domain of power.
We're at 26,000 feet. We are in a vertical dive. Not a dive yet. But we've lost vertical control of our airplane.